Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. This is the Two Dumb Yinzers episode 387. Guys, it is game day. It's game day. It is game day. You know, there really is nothing in the world like waking up on a Steeler game day, knowing that you get to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers that day.
No, it might be the best feeling in the world.
It is. It really is.
I think it is. I think it is. I don't tell me what's better, and I'll listen, but I'll tell you, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah, I don't recall anything better than waking up to Steelers.
No. Tonight, of course, guys, we have the final preseason game for the Pittsburgh Steelers before the regular season gets ready to take off at Atlanta. We're playing the Atlanta Falcons, who are 1-0-1 in this preseason, and the Pittsburgh Steelers coming in with a 2-0 record, traveling down to Atlanta to play tonight at 7:30. Guys, Derpy, you did just say this before we went on the air. The Steelers are going to play tonight. How much of a concern is it to you, Mike, that the Steelers are playing? And do you think that there's no way to ever know, but do you think our chances are good of getting through this unscathed and pretty much avoiding the injury bug and getting to the regular season full staff?
I think so. Yeah. Like, injuries are going to happen either way. I don't care if it happens in the preseason or in a real game. Someone gets hurt, they get hurt. They're out. If you get hurt in the preseason, you have a better chance of coming back in the regular season and having more of an impact. That's the way I see it. So but this team being as young as they are for the most part, a lot of new pieces, I have no problem with the extra reps. I understand that philosophy of, get out there and more, because starters only on offense played 3 or 4 drives.
Yeah,
you need more time on that. Young quarterback, young running backs, young receivers, a new offensive line, so they need time. The linebacking core is all new. The secondary, most of the people are new. People I wouldn't play tonight. I wouldn't play Watt. I wouldn't play Hayward. I wouldn't play Minka. Just about everyone else I would play on both sides of the ball. I'm not saying play a full half, but maybe a quarter. Just play a quarter, get in and get them out. But if they're playing really well, like the first couple drives, all right, get them out. They're done. They're stinking it up. Keep them out there. Let them work through it. But I more reps to me is better, especially with the shorter preseason and a younger team. More practice, more live action rounds. It's only going to make you sharper into the season. That's just how I see it. If this was like an older group, teams that consistently make deep runs into the playoffs, I'd be like, okay, we're going to pump the brakes. We're going to, you've proved that you don't need the preseason. I think these guys just need a little more seasoning.
Irby, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think it's we're okay playing all of our starters tonight, or do you think this is something that we should the term that Mike used, pump the brakes on?
I'd say pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Precautionary.
You don't want to risk.
This is the health of what Tomlin has to have these guys ready for.
Yeah.
And that's what always kept us out of the playoffs or doing anything in the playoffs has been injuries.
Yeah, but you can't live in your fears.
Right. That's his opinion. No.
I know. I'm just saying we just can't live in our fears, though. That's one of Tomlin's favorite sayings. Can't live in our fears, but we do all the time as the Steelers. So it's I understand both arguments. I understand both. I'm not, if they play just a little, I'm fine with that. They play a quarter, I'm fine with that as well.
No, day 2 or 3, rookie rated higher. Now, again, this is the Pro Football Focus, the PFF. Do what you want with this, but sometimes you gotta, if you put it into perspective, you kind of get a bigger picture here, and that's what I'm going to do. No, day 2 or 3 rookie is rated higher by the PFF than Nick Herbig with a elite grade of 90.6. 90.6, racking up 2.5 sacks in the first 2 preseason games of the schedule. Again, whether you like or you dislike PFF, it does put it into consideration that this is the person that's a day 2-3 draft pick, how well they're performing so far compared to everybody else. Mike, talk a little bit about Nick Herbig.
This is like one of the, PFF to me, it's like it's in the infancy of like analytics for football. That's how I view it. Hockey they have like the Corsi stats and all the other deep dives. NFL, there's some but I think PFF is the more well known, and it's not an exact science, but he's one of the guys that he passes the eye test and the quote unquote analytics, quote unquote expert, opinion. Now, you look at him play. Yeah, he's it's preseason. Yeah, he's going up against guys at his level too. That number 2 on the depth chart, number 3 on the depth chart, and he's dominating these guys. And that's what you want to see, because if they can do that, dominate these guys, that gives you confidence when they go up against ones that they'll be able to hold their own. And that shows that, there's something there, diamond in the rough. In the way, he, when he was at Wisconsin, when Watt would come back to visit, he would pick his brain. Now he's here. He's picking Watt's brain all the time. He talked about how they're working on different pass rush moves all the time. The one that he used, I think it's last week when he did that little skip up and under the lineman. That's one that they really worked on for that game. So this is someone who takes that pass rushing craft seriously, and especially that, and that's what you need as outside linebacker in the 3-4 is that pass rush skill set. If just let him focus on that, and then the rest of the game will come to him. The rest is just like if he can be an effective pass rusher, bring him in to spell Water Highsmith. I like it. We don't have to make him a finished product right now. He can just be that edge rush specialist right now. I think he can.
I don't see it. But could you tell me anything that stands out to you that's a negative?
No,
Nick Herbig.
No, because like the video is breaking down. My God, he's holding the edge on run plays. He's scraping down the line to get the running back from the backside. I haven't seen anything bad. Very, limited snaps, but what I've seen, I've liked. It hasn't made me go, ooh, why did we pick this guy? He got totally fooled on this run play, or he got destroyed on this pass block. He's done everything that you would ask.
I think if TJ Watt would happen to go down, which we don't know. We say this because it happens a lot, but we don't know. But at this point, if TJ Watt would go down, I wouldn't feel terrible about the backup if it would happen to be Nick Herbig. Now, do I think he's going to perform as well as TJ? And you know what? At this point, who knows? Who knows?
You never know.
But if that would in fact happen, if TJ would go down and the guy to spell him would be Nick Herbig, I mean, right up front, I see no problem. I'm okay. We're still in good shape.
Because I want to take a look real quick here. Like Watt's rookie year, he wasn't, he didn't play a whole lot. He was being mixed in, if I remember correctly. Yeah, his rookie year, he had seven sacks, 54 tackles. I think little Herbig could have 7 sacks as a rookie this year. No, but I could see him if he played the whole year, like 5 sacks.
Yeah,
I think it would be his high watermark, and that would be on par with what Watt did. But Watt wasn't that dynamite, game-breaking player his first year. It was like year 2 he made that
7 sacks ained nothing to laugh at.
That's nothing to laugh at. That's why I'm saying, I don't see Herbig getting 7 sacks, but I could put him in that 4 to 5 range if he had to play the whole season. If Walt went down, we would be in much better shape than we did last year.
Let me ask you this, Derby, Mike, over and under tonight, Nick Herbig and TJ Watt, 1.5 sacks, over or under tonight. TJ Watt and Nick Herbig, 1.5 sacks.
I'm taking the over.
Derby?
I'm taking the over too.
He's going to take the over on this?
Yeah.
Maybe, just maybe, TJ might get a sack in the time he's in there, and also Nick Herbig, as well. These guys are thinking this is going to be a pretty successul game for the outside linebacker.
It's the Falcons. I'm not impressed with the line.
Yeah, I think Herbig's going to get the 1.5 sacks total. I think I don't know if Watt's going to play because Tomlin, he kind of was being a little vague on who is going to play, and if they do play, how long they're going to play.
Let me ask you this: Deontay over under 0.5 touchdown. In other words, does he get one or does he not get one tonight?
I don't think he gets one tonight.
I think he does. I think tonight's the night. I think tonight is going to be the night that Deontay Johnson gets that touchdown.
If he gets one, I'll stop the beef.
You'll do what?
I'll stop hating on him.
He's going to stop hating on him. Oh, yeah. What, game 1? George got the touchdown. Game 2 was what? Petty Fry. So why not? Why not go work your way through your
If anybody is due for this touchdown, it's Deontay Johnson.
Like I hope I hope he doesn't get one, just because in week 1 I want him to get it. And I just want to hear the roar of the
Well,
crowd
I'd like
when
to
he
see him
when
get
he
one
gets
then
it.
and now. Let's
Yeah,
do
I
that.
know, but I like to save it. Save it for the real. Save it for the real game.
You don't think at Heinz Field when he catches a touchdown, even if he has one this week, that place ain't gonna go crazy?
Oh, it's gonna go crazy, but I think it would be even more because it'd be like, oh god, he went all season, all last season, all preseason, nothing. Then he comes out
I
and
can
gets
see
the
it.
first one. That to me, that would be, if I'm writing the movie, if I'm
Over
writing
under.
The Blind Side 2, this is what I would do.
Kendrick Green
He's gonna be cut.
mistakes tonight. Now I'm talking bad snaps, holding
Uh-huh.
calls, offside penalty, stupid play. Kendrick Green
Even as
over
a
under
fullback.
for mistakes. Two mistakes by Kendrick Green tonight. Over under Derpy.
Is there infinite? Is there an
that would
infinite
that would be the over, Derpy.
Yeah, well, I'm going over.
You're going over on this one, Mike. What do you think?
I don't even think he makes the cut.
That's easy. That's easy money. I'm taking the over all day on Kendrick Green messing up.
I'm going to say under.
I
I'm going
wish
to say
him well, but I'm going to take the over.
He's going to make one. He's going to make one mistake tonight that you notice, whether it be, like I said, a bad snap, a holding call to bring back a big run, anything like this. I think he has one good mistake left in him, but I don't think he's ultimately going to make his team.
I like the way you phrase it.
Not even as a fullback. I don't even think he'll make it.
This is just the way you phrase it. I think he has one good mistake left in him. Not one good play, one good year, not one good mistake left.
Got to consider who we're talking about. And finally, who has more catches tonight? Who has more catches tonight? Deontay Johnson or George Pickens? Mike.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Deontay.
Deontay's gonna have more catches than George Pickens. You say Derpy. Derpy, who do you think out of Deontay Johnson and George Pickens who gets more grabs tonight?
I'm gonna go Deontay too, but the one receiver I'm interested in is how they'll use Allen Robinson. They haven't used him yet.
You got to see him a little bit last week. I mean, nothing big, but he was definitely he caught a pass or two underneath.
Yeah, I think he caught some in the first game too.
If
I remember.
What I'm going to do here, guys, because we have to get into our picks. We have to. The game starts tonight. There's no reason. There's no way we cannot do our picks. So what I'm going to do, let me blow through some other information real quick, and then we'll jump right into the picks. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they win last night. They get their second win in their last 3 games over the Hartford Athletic. They win this game 4-3. 4-3. Riverhounds back on the winning side of things.
That's what we like to see.
Pittsburgh Pirates dropped to 13 games below. 13 games out of 500. I'm sorry. Pirates lost 6-4 yesterday to the Cardinals. Still won the series, though. They had a chance to sweep the thing. They lost yesterday 6-4. Now they are hosting for the next 4 days the Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs coming in with Justin Steele. Justin Steele on the hill with a 14-3 record, a 2.80 ERA, and 127 strikeouts. They some sites have our starter being Mitch Keller. Some still have nobody slated in. But if Keller is in fact the guy, he's coming in with a 10-8 record, a 4.22, and 173 strikeouts. So it should be a good pitching matchup with these two teams.
Justin Steele sounds like he should be in porn.
Don't worry, the pain is almost over.
Justin Steele sounds like he should do porn.
Yeah. Luis Ortiz went 3 1/3 inning yesterday, giving up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. But on the bright side of things, Brian Hayes goes 2 for 5 with a home run. McCutcheon goes 3 for 4 with a walk. Paguero goes 2 for 4. Connor Joe has 2 RBIs, and Big Stacks against a very, very pathetic St. Louis team that everybody else seems to be hitting the ball pretty well off of, went 1 for 5.
Oh, Big Stacks never change.
Game 1 of 4 tonight at home, 7:05. Check it out. All right, guys, we have to get into these picks. If we don't, I'm going to lose my mind. Let me pull up my sheet real quick. We are going to make predictions. Now, here's how it breaks down. Derpy had won the first 2 weeks of the
I am the champion.
The preseason pick. He is the preseason champion. Mike, this is, of course, it doesn't mean much, but I think in the big picture, it does mean a lot. And I think that you at least got to try to get this win before we start the season.
Got to finish strong, Mike.
Got to finish strong against Derpy. Derpy's looking to steamroll you. Derpy is showing no He's showing no remorse. He's winning.
No,
He's taking names. I mean, come on, this guy. You got to do something with this, Mike.
Derpy's a sore winner,
He,
and I'm a sore loser. So this potential to be disastrous
Well,
for all
Brady's
involved.
just as much as a sore loser, sore winner.
So you
Does
take
anybody-
after your boy. Okay, take after your boy Brady.
No, I
all right. So here we go, guys. It all starts tonight with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers play the Falcons tonight in Atlanta, guys. 7:30. Mike, who do you like in the Steelers-Falcons game?
Steelers, baby.
All right. So Mike got the Steelers. Derpy, you still in on the Steelers? Because I know the other day we did make picks and you did say the Steelers. You still in on
I'm
that?
going Steelers 28-3.
You know what? There's so much confidence in this game tonight. Watch them lose. You know,
I
because
know.
everybody's expecting us to
Yeah.
beat Atlanta tonight. But
It's gonna happen.
hey, it's
gonna
preseason.
happen. Yeah.
The other game, guys, the other game, the 8:00 game tonight is between the Colts and the Eagles. Derpy, who do you like in this game between the Colts and the Eagles?
See, this is a toss-up. Because like I said, the Eagles lost too many vets.
But it is
Yeah, but
preseason.
young guys.
It's your
Yeah.
backups versus my backups. Who do you like?
I'm gonna go Eagles.
All right. Mike, who do you like between the Eagles and the Colts?
I'm going Georgia North. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Okay. What I'm going to do, let me ask Derpy, do you want to be read the question first, or do you want Mike to answer first and then you answer second?
I'll go second.
All right, because you did win, so you do have this selection, this choice. All right, Mike, third game, which is tomorrow night, a game between the Lions at the Panthers, Detroit at Carolina. Who do you like?
It's gonna bite me in the ass, but I'm going Detroit.
Detroit, they're due.
They are due.
I keep expecting this team to look so good, and they just
They can't
get
help
over that
themselves.
hump. They can't get over the hump.
They can't.
Derpy, Lions at Panthers. Who do you like?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Panthers.
All right, so there we go. We're starting off with only the third game this week, but we already have two different teams. So last week it was way beyond this point. The next game tomorrow's game at 8:15, the Patriots and the Titans. The Patriots and the Titans. Mike.
Ooh, battle of the backups. Let's go Malik Willis and Will Levis. I'm taking the Tennessee Titans.
Got the Titans over New England. Derpy, Titans at home.
I'm gonna go New England.
All right. I like it. I like the way this is turning out so far. Different from last week for sure.
Very different. Very different.
After this is the 10:00 game tomorrow night. 10:00 game. There is a game at 10:00, which is the Chargers at the 49ers. Now, this is who we're going to be playing in 17 days, the San Francisco team. So it'd be, this is going to be a fun one for us to watch. But Mike, who do you think between the Chargers and the 49ers?
Let's take. Oh, see, 49ers got a little turmoil there after they released their quarterback depth chart. That's not good for team morale.
I called this one 2 years back. I said this guy is going to be at the bottom. But anyway,
it was a terrible pick that they took. I can't believe they did that to the kid. But I'm going to take the Chargers. Like I feel bad for the kid. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. It's
it's the way the cookie crumbles.
It's the way the cookie crumbles, man. It's business.
Derpy, who do you like? It's San Diego, not San Diego. I'm sorry, the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to have trouble with this one for years.
Me too.
The Chargers at the 49ers. Who do you want, Derpy?
I'm gonna go 49ers.
All right.
Because other than Justin Herbert, who do they have?
Hey. Next game on the list is this. This is a Saturday game, 1:00, which there's a handful. The first one on the list is the Bills at the Bears. The Bills at the Bears.
Ooh.
We just played the Bills last week. That gives you a little bit of insight. And the Bears. Who do you think, Mike?
Oh, he's lagging.
Nope, hold on. I got a lag. I'm seeing your face, but I'm not hearing your words.
There's no audio. Should I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there he
There
is.
we
Hold
go.
on.
There we go.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna take.
Once the regular season happens, they're going to be doing what they do.
I'd be a little concerned. I would be a
Yeah.
little concerned. It's I don't know. You would like to that good of a team. You would like to have a better showing in the preseason.
Derpy. Bills at Bears. Bills at Bears. Build a bear. Bills at Bears. Who do you think?
You know, everyone knows I'm a Ohio State fan, but since he's on the Bears, I'm gonna go Bills.
All right. All right. So you go Bills. All right. So the another 1 o'clock game on Saturday is the Seahawks at Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Ooh,
Mike, Seahawks, Packers.
Screw it. Let's go Packers.
All right.
I was going to pick, Seattle was my team last year with Geno Smith, but nah.
Derpy has a special someone on the Seattle team. I'm interested to see who he takes. There was a certain draft pick this year that he thought highly of. Let's see who he takes. Derpy, who do you like between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers?
I'm actually not gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Okay.
I'm high on Jordan Love.
right.
Packers didn't lose much.
Interesting pick, Derpy.
Jordan Love.
Derpy.
All right. Next game is another 1 o'clock Saturday game. It's the Arizona Cardinals at the Vikings. So 1 o'clock on Saturday, you could turn on and watch the Cardinals Vikings. Mike, who wins this game?
Wow. But, man, the Cardinals just traded Justin Simmons, so they're dismantling that team. I'm gonna go with who are they playing against? I didn't even hear you say Minnesota. I forgot who you said they were playing. That's how unimpressed I am with the Cardinals. I'm taking a random team to win.
Totally understood. Derpy,
Yes.
Cardinals at Vikings.
Who's the quarterback for Cardinals? I know it's
know.
not Murray.
It would be that other guy. Ain't he from Penn State, the other quarterback?
Trace McSorley, is he on that team? I don't know, Derpy. They got like 18 backup quarterbacks playing.
Who are they playing again?
They got Colt McCoy, Clayton Thune, and David Blau.
Mike forgot this as well. The Vikings. Both you forgot the
The
Vikings.
Vikings. Okay. Give me the Vikings.
All right.
Smart choice, Derpy.
All right, guys. Another one more 1 o'clock game for Saturday. The Cleveland Browns at the Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you think is going to win this game at Arrowhead Stadium? The Browns or the Chiefs?
I think the Browns haven't looked good at all. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Real bad. You're taking the Chiefs. All right,
Taking
Derpy.
the
Who do you like
Chiefs.
between the Chiefs and the Browns?
Give me the Chiefs.
You know what? I knew I wrote it down before you even said it. I thought there's no way anybody's picking the Browns. There's just not. These guys, they don't look good at all.
Too much massaging each other.
each other.
Wow.
6 o'clock game on Saturday, guys, is the chippy New York game. The one that there always seems to be a fight in this one between the Jets and the Giants, guys. Who do you think, Mike, is going to win this game between the Jets and the Giants?
This is going to be an interesting.
Give me Zach Wilson in the backup Jets.
All right. Derpy?
This is going to be interesting during the season, too.
Who do you think is going to win this one, though? Derpy's like, well, let me think who the backup quarterback is. What's his height times his weight? If you add that to the third string quarterback and then minus the
This is wild, Derpy.
He's like,
give me the Giants.
Giants. All
And
right.
I don't think the Jets will start Rodgers. And Jones is better than any of the backups the Jets have.
All right, guys. Another 6:05 game. This one is between the Bengals and the Commanders. The Commanders coming off a huge preseason game, knocking off the Baltimore Ravens with their long 24-game winning streak in the preseason. This week they get the Bengals. Who wins this one, Mike?
I got to take the Bengals to avenge last week. The Commanders, they were going to be my team I followed this year, but now they are dead to me. They are dead to me. Taking the Bengals in this one.
Derpy. Bengals, Commanders.
I'm I'm gonna go Commanders because without Burrow, what are the Bungles?
All right. The next game, the Ravens at the Buccaneers. Despite losing last week, the Ravens still look good. They look like, it was a good football game. The Commanders just came out at the end and won. Now let's think about the other team, the Buccaneers team we played in week 1. Kind of throw that all together, and what do you get, Mike? Who do you think, the Ravens or the Buccaneers?
I'm taking the Ravens. They're going to be pissed that their streak was over. They have to restart the streak.
I'd have to agree with you.
They start now because you know Harbaugh's a nut.
They're always
He's
pissed. They're always pissed about something.
They're pissed about something, and he needs to be pissed to motivate himself. So he's gonna,
Could you imagine get to play the dream job, your job of your dreams, and you get to play in Baltimore? Baltimore is where you get to live and work. If you got to be a pro football player, that would be where you would work, as Baltimore. That would, you know what I mean? You have nice cities. You have cities that you'd want to be in. Of course, your hot cities, interesting cities, and then there's Baltimore.
There's Baltimore. What is there to do in Baltimore?
Derpy, the Ravens or Buccaneers?
I'm gonna go with the franchise with the best running back in the game.
And that's why they're pissed. That's why they're always pissed off, Mike, is because they're in Baltimore. Who wouldn't be pissed off in Baltimore?
Yeah, Derpy, I didn't realize Baltimore had Saquon Barkley.
No, they have Lamar Jackson.
I see what you're saying. So you want the Ravens. All right.
I don't know who Derpy's talking about.
It's Lamar Jackson, Mr. MVP.
Yeah, pretty good quarterback.
Doesn't show up in the playoffs.
Next game, guys. This game is a 7:00 game on Saturday. Dolphins and Jaguars. Neither of these teams even have to leave the state of Florida. Mike, who wins between the Dolphins and Jaguars?
Jaguars.
Derpy.
I'm gonna go Jags too, because the Dolphins line is always concerning.
He's like, Trevor Lawrence's mom has a web toe, but his dad has asthma. So I'm going to
Derpy's picking these games like the regular season. I think that's why he's winning. I'm just figuring out, okay, back up.
Yeah, you got to figure out a better.
More.
You have to figure out a better strategy, Mike.
I do. Derpy's doing it right. He's analyzing like it's a real game. I bet he has money on these games. Derpy has an inside line to Vegas.
3 games left, guys. Saturday night, 8:00. The Raiders at the Cowboys. The hated Raiders at the Dallas Cowboys. The team that's worth more than any pro franchise anywhere. The Dallas Cowboys.
How is that possible? They haven't won anything.
I know.
Forever. How are they worth more than some of these soccer teams that like dominate Europe and dominate every international club team?
I don't know, but who's going to win? The Raiders or the Cowboys?
I can't pick the Cowboys. I'm going to go the Raiders.
All right. Derpy. Do you like the Raiders or the Cowboys? It's in their gazillion-dollar stadium.
I'm going to go Raiders because Dak Prescott is a bum.
Well, I seen something the other day where they had the 5 top NFC quarterbacks, and it was like Kirk Cousins. It was Dak Prescott.
NFC's so freaking lucky how easy it is to get out of their conference.
I can't even think who the other guys were. It was embarrassing. I mean, the best one was Jalen Hurts. I'm not convinced that he's a great quarterback just yet, but I'm just saying these quarterbacks in the NFC, I think, are far, far inferior than the quarterbacks in the AFC.
Yeah, the NFC quarterback, it's so thin out
It's
there.
such an easy route to get it out of the conference.
Like, there's
Okay,
no
so
one
both you
impressive
guys
out there.
picked the Raiders.
Yeah.
2 games left. Saturday night, 9:00. The Rams at the Broncos. Talking about a game that I don't give 2 shits about these 2 teams. Mike, Rams and Broncos.
I'm going to say it every game until they win. Broncos Nation, let's ride.
All right. Derpy, the Rams visit the Broncos this week. Who do you think is going to pull this off? Last preseason game.
I'm going to go Broncos country because my boy Julian McLaughlin.
All right. Now we're down to 1 game, guys. We're getting close on time. The last game of the weekend before we get ready to start the regular season in 2 weeks is the Houston Texans at the New Orleans Saints. Mike, who wins this game? This is the only game on Sunday. It's a Sunday night. We're all going to be watching because you're going to need your fix of football for the next 2 weeks.
Let's
Texans,
go. Let's go with the
Saints.
Texans, baby. Taking the Texans.
All right. Come over to Derpy. Derpy, who do you think? Texans or Saints?
Well, all comes down to this: the game of mediocre franchises.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna go Saints.
Okay. All right, there you have it, guys. You are all locked into place. Every game for this coming weekend, the final week three of the preseason in the NFL. It's going to happen. It's starting tonight with your Pittsburgh Steelers, 7:30 at the Atlanta Falcons, guys. I'm pumped. As I said when the show began, there's not many things that feel as great as Steeler football game day. I'm going through it now. Very excited. We do got your picks, guys. And then once we get the results from this, then we can start focusing on the regular season. And again, we have 2 weeks to do that after the last game of the season, preseason ends. So that's going to give us a lot of time. That's going to give us a lot of time, Mike and Derpy, to analyze things and figure out who we think is going to do things and not do things this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to figure out who is and who is not going to be on the roster.
Yeah. When day do they cut down to 53? I want to know, Mike. You know?
I think Gentry's going to be cut.
I know it's really close after the end of the game after this week. It's got to be.
I want to keep my eye. I mean, we're good because we are on 7 days a week. So I mean, we could pull it off.
Can't
but
remember when. Yeah,
I don't either. Okay, good deal. So we got that, Mike. Why don't you go and tell everybody about the website, man?
twodumbyinzers.com. Everything you need for the Two Dumb Yinzers is over there. Links to all of our socials. Links to just a bunch of places where you can watch us, see us, listen to us, all that fun stuff. Merch stores all over there at twodumbyinzers.com.
All right, guys. Today is our last Atlanta Falcons trivia question. Because in fact, we do play the Falcons tonight. So, are you guys ready for the last Atlanta Falcons trivia of the year?
Yes, real quick. Cut down date. They have to be finalized by the 29th.
Okay, so we still have a couple days.
Yeah.
What is that? The last day of preseason?
It's next Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday coming up.
Okay, so they finish up Monday. That's Tuesday.
Yep.
Cool. We could play with that over the weekend here, maybe tomorrow even. Question of the day, guys. Atlanta Falcons. What has been the Atlanta Falcons' best record in a season? What has been the best record by the Falcons in a season? For example, the Pittsburgh Steelers was 15-1. The Miami Dolphins was 14-0. I want to know what the best record the Atlanta Falcons finished a season with. Think that over, guys. We are live 7 days a week, everybody, right here from Monday to Sunday, every week, 11:30, right here. And if you missed the show or you'd rather listen to podcasts, you can listen to this show live, or the live show that we do new every day. The new show we do every day gets uploaded over on Spotify at 8 o'clock p.m. So check it out. All right, guys. The question of the day is this: what has been the Atlanta Falcons' best record for a season? I'm going to start with let me start with Derpy. Derpy, what do you think? What's the best record the Atlanta Falcons ever had in a season?
Derpy.
I'm gonna go because I know they didn't do anything after the 17 one with the rule 17 weeks because they changed it.
It's a 16 game. It was on a 16 game schedule.
I'm gonna go
taking off his shoes to count to 16.
13-3.
13-3. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick, Derpy. So you want to stick with 13-3 as your final answer?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to lock you into place. Mike, what has been the Atlanta Falcons' best record in one season? Derpy says 13-3.
Damn it. I was going to say 13-3. Let's go 14-2 then.
14-2. Not a bad pick either. Mike, is that your final answer?
Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, 14-2.
All right, guys. What has been the Atlanta Falcons' best record for a single season? Mike says 14-2. Derpy says 13-3. I will give you this. In 1998, it was one of those two records, which was the year that they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Broncos, which would be the first visit to the Super Bowl by the Falcons. And the answer, guys, they did go 14-2.
There you go, Mike. You got one.
14-2, and they beat 15-1 Minnesota in the NFC Championship game to get there. It was one hell of an NFC championship game. 14-2, the Atlanta Falcons was the best record that they've ever had in a season, 1998.
Derpy, you get an assist on that one there, bud. Because I was going to go 13-3, and then you said it's like, nah, I got to go one better.
They were tough that year. There's no two
ways
ways about that.
They were a really good team that year.
Derpy, anything before we get ready to shut down for today?
There's no excuse we shouldn't win the big game.
All right, Mike.
Considering how young of a quarterback we have now.
Shouldn't win the big. I see what you're saying. At some point, this team should win.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Any final words for the day?
Dream the impossible dream.
Dream the impossible dream.
That's a good one.
Mine is this. You take Najee Harris's numbers from the first two seasons, you add them together, his rushing yards, and then you divide them by 2 for an average. He averages in his first two seasons 1,117 yards and 7 touchdowns a season. I don't think we have a problem. I think people just needed something to complain about over this past week since we won, because that's what people do here. Again, 1,117 yards per season, 7 touchdowns per season. I think that's I think it's a non-issue. That's my take. I hope that we all forget about this stupid conversation here after this game. But who knows? After this game, if we win, we have 2 weeks to make up stupid shit to talk about. So we'll see what the ridiculous
standard is. The standard
is. Yes, we'll see what the ridiculousness is after this game. But hey, everybody, tonight 7:30, big game, last game of the preseason for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Only one left, guys, and then 17 days, just 2 weeks from this Sunday, we will be kicking off against the 49ers. But 2 weeks from today actually starts the season. So. We're not. Yes.
Wait.
So
here we go.
Here we go, guys. So everybody, we do
They
appreciate each and every one of you. Always, everyone. Mike, Derpy, anything else, guys?
Nope.
All right. For the two dumb Yinzers, Derpy, Mike, myself, everyone have a great day. Here we go.